Montanari Bros Gym in New Haven, Connecticut with Evan Centopani here. So this is a gym that was built in 1984. Back then, guys used to do more chest and back workouts. They used to pair those muscle groups together.
John said, you know, what do you think about doing chest and back tomorrow? If we were gonna do it, how should we do it? And I said, we shouldn't do it. Chest, back, and legs, I mean, those are the three largest muscle groups. And they deserve an adequate bit of attention. I think a dedicated day for each is not unreasonable. I think if you're able to train something else with back, you're probably not training back hard enough.
Oh gosh, we're picking one or the other. We're doing chest, okay. And we're doing this.
What are we, what's this?
This is bench.
Flat bench.
Flat bench. So this is Evan's warm-up weight. Actually, it's not too far off because Evan only did 2 warm-up sets. He went 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, go. Oh my God, dude. You just, what?
First warm-up set done?
Grip it and rip it.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is chest a strong point of yours?
No, actually historically it was more of a weak point.
So he sat down, did 135 for 8. He did 225 for like 6 or 8, and then he sat around and he did an intro and he did 315 for almost 20 reps, just like that. No belt, no strap, no psych up, just like walks in. What shoes are you wearing?
These are called Sanuks. Everybody makes fun of me. Should I be wearing like weightlifting shoes?
You can wear whatever you want if you just did what you just did there. Now, I don't bench press. Everyone knows my opinion about this lift, but I'm doing it. I'm going to do it bodybuilder style, so I'm not going to be like doing all the...
How you feel comfortable.
I'm just going to do it to feel the muscle.
Don't go changing the movement today.
I was 225 for 20, so it's kind of where I'm at in terms of like compared to real bodybuilder versus Instagram bodybuilder. I mean, your arms, I don't know why your arms are so pumped up all of a sudden. Just do it. Yeah. Oh.
There we go.
It's like 315 in his sleep. This is like a very intuitive, relaxed way of working out. Just come in, do a couple warm-up sets, go set to failure, a pretty good weight you do a lot of reps at. The reps go down as you get weaker on the exercise, do a few sets, move on.
Yep.
It's like, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, people do that and they think they need something fancy.
All you need to do is grab a weight, move it as many times as you can.
Why flat bench?
I mean, for me, flat bench was always like, I mean, that's where I started, right? I mean, what's the first thing, I don't know about everybody else, but, you know, growing up, you go to one of your buddy's house, his older brother's got a weight set. What's the first thing you do? How much can you bench?
Yeah.
And I mean, it is kind of a measure of your total upper body strength. How much can you press, right? I mean, there's squat, bench, and dead. And a lot of people would say, well, you know, flat bench as a bodybuilder, it's no good. Maybe it's an anatomical thing, you know, sure, maybe it's different for everybody. I happen to really like flat bench. When my flat bench is going up, everything is getting bigger. My shoulders, my arms, my chest, even my lats. It took me a long time to really connect well with the movement and not have my triceps and my shoulders take over. Once I was able to do that though, my chest really changed a lot. Because when I started out, I mean, I had a really kind of shallow chest. Oh, there's probably a lot of other things you could do that maybe isolate it more, etc.
Yeah.
But I'm not really looking for isolation. I'm looking for a big upper body. Just like when I squat, I'm not looking for quad isolation. I'm looking for big legs.
Right now, I'm changing it so that I'm doing everything technically wrong. You know, it's just like there's so many different people will always tell you to do exercises a certain way, technique, blah, blah, blah. I'm just trying to feel the muscle. It almost feels like push-ups for me, you know? And then push-ups for me has always been great.
And you want to know something? If you're somebody who has a hard time connecting with flat bench, do some flies first. Have a spotter. Have somebody force you through some reps. Don't put on a weight that's too heavy. Put on something that's much more manageable.
Yeah.
Okay, like say right now, if we were to do 2 plates, and I was like, John, push me through as many as I can, and say we got 30 or 35, whatever it was. My chest is gonna be screaming, okay? A lot of times people, when they have a movement that they don't connect well with, lighten the weight, do as many reps as you can. Over the course of that set, you're probably gonna find a point where you start connecting with it because the right muscles start firing. But if it's not an intuitive movement for you, you're not gonna have a lot of success in that 8 to 10 rep range until you get really good at it. Use higher reps.
There you go. Oh my God. If you guys are subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe, hit the like button if you like this type of video, because you do, I know you do. The reason why I like to film with a variety of guests, I mean, last video was Rob Kearney. The video before that was a splits and tricks video. I like to show you guys a variety of different ways to train so that you can get into training, because a lot of you guys watching don't train. I've done polls before, and there's a lot of you guys that don't actually work out that watch these videos. But there's no reason why you can't just take one step towards the direction of starting training. And sometimes it can seem intimidating or convoluted or complicated, and it's as simple as just showing up at a local gym with your buddy. If you can't drive, get a bicycle, ride to your friend's garage who might have a set of weights, and just bench press, man.
You don't have to know what you're doing, man.
Yeah, just move
do
heavy
something.
weight. A lot of times
Do
so you
something.
can't.
Keep going. Push. Again. Up. One more. Push.
Do you see that, Sam?
What?
He didn't even know what AMRAP meant. That's how old school Evan is. AMRAP, as many reps as possible, i.e. going to failure.
If I'm not doing that in a set, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Let's go, Evan. You only get this set. This is all you get, man. This is all you get. After this set, no more bench press. Let's go. Come on, all the way up. This is going to sound strange, but take this off and throw on a 10 on each side.
Okay.
This is my AMRAP, Sam. That's correct. 2 cues that I give people when they're training, I think actually they connect with it, is one, this is all you get. You only get this set.
No.
Because you're like, come on, keep going. It's like, oh, it just keeps going. But it's just all you get, like literally. Like you have the time to work out. No, you get the time to work out. You know what I mean? It's a privilege to have that time. We're busy people. You're busy. You got a family. You got a lot of things going on. If you guys don't know, you can look at Evan's training services, and he's my financial planner, so he does that too, full time. And it's like, this is time that he took for me to do a video for you guys. So please thank him in the comment section below for taking the time to be part of this. Thank you, Evan.
No, thank you. Honestly, it's a good excuse. I need to get back in there. There's a lot of people that I miss, and I miss this place anyway. So
yeah,
I'm glad we're here.
This is all you get. This is my last set of bench.
Oh, stretch, yes. Okay, here we go.
I got you. Keep going. Up. 3 more. 1, 2. 1 more. Push.
Bench?
Yeah.
I just find that usually for bench for me, actually always for bench for me, there's always a better alternative for any goal I have. So if it doesn't, I don't find that the exercise carries over very well to strength. or athletics, and I don't find, like, as far as muscle development goes, there's too many other exercises that I can connect with better and isolate more. If done that way, where it's just more relaxed, stop worrying about being like a power lifter, stop trying to be correct, stop trying to get your elbows super tucked in with a huge arch, and all these other things, just lower the load, feel the muscle flare a little bit within reason.
Like, do you feel, like right now, do you feel?
Oh yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
Oh.
He just picked up the 80s for flies, for incline flies.
That was too heavy.
Okay, I feel a little bit better. Okay, it's too light.
Why dumbbell flies versus like machine fly? Is it sticking with the old school theme?
Versus like
I don't think he's actually sticking with a theme. I think he's just old school.
I mean, I use machines sometimes, and you know, a lot of it is like a leg extension. If we're gonna train legs together, and I put some weight on your back and I say squat it, you're gonna squat it, and I'm gonna say, are your quads like on fire? And you're like, I feel them, they're not on fire. I can put you on a leg extension and your quads are gonna burn a lot.
Yeah.
But we both know that the squat is what's gonna build your legs more. It's your ability to load the muscle, and because you have assistance from other muscle groups, you can put a much bigger load on your back, essentially. But when you're trying to gain size, it's like a deadlift, right? Am I gonna gain more size on my hamstrings doing deadlifts or leg curls, the deadlifts? Why? Because I just can't load the hamstring that much with a hamstring curl.
They'll be going okay. How many reps did you do?
I think 13 or 14.
It makes sense, I did 9. Evan is Juji plus 4 to 6. There we go. That helps me do that, yeah.
Push your pecs to the ceiling. That's it.
Like you're hugging.
Exactly. The movement is all in your chest. It's not even happening in your arms. Yep. It's all happening right here. This is what's moving the weight. Doesn't have to be pretty, just move it. Squeeze, squeeze your chest, squeeze your chest. That's it.
It's 3 sets.
I'm good here.
So it's very helpful just to have someone just even touch a muscle. It sounds weird, but when you're working out with your friends, if you've never done that before, or a partner, just have them, like, you know, just do this as you're doing an exercise you're supposed to feel it on. It works, it really does. And just a cue, like, hey, chest to the ceiling, like get the chest to like rise up to the ceiling, like it's chest, it's chest, it's chest. Next exercise is gonna be. So we're gonna stick to the theme of the day, guys. This is an old school chest and back workout. So we've done flat bench with a barbell, flies with dumbbells on an incline, and now we're gonna do dips and weighted dips.
Am I old school?
You act old school.
Really?
Yeah, and also the Animal Pack ads with Brian Moss has really made you seem to like more of a vintage character than a modern character.
Animal Pack. Enough said.
Yeah, I guess I don't see myself as contemporary. New isn't better just because it's new, or change isn't intrinsically good. Just, you know, change for the sake of change isn't necessarily good. Sometimes there's old stuff that's good, and sometimes there's new stuff that's good. And
yeah.
It's really whatever works. I think sometimes people they view themselves one way, and then maybe to their detriment, they adhere too stringently to it. And they're like, well, I can't do that because that's not my, you know, that's not my mantra.
That's fine, but I'm holding you to it, so it's okay. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So we're doing dips. I mean, that's just a piece of metal, and they just painted it red.
All the flat benches, the weight trees, the incline benches, the dip, all those like racks and stuff, were all made by a guy named, you know who Stephen DeWitt is?
No.
I believe he's based out of Iowa, but he's an old timer, metal worker, welder, and he makes a lot. I think he's still going. He's got to be in his 70s, but he produces a lot of equipment. I know he makes a lot for the federal prison system.
Prison jack.
Heavy, like hardcore, bare bones, basic stuff.
So we did dips in his arm workout the other day as a warm up. 3 sets to failure at the beginning of the workout. Now we're doing dips at the end of a chest workout. I'm gonna guess around 3-ish sets of dips to failure. He was looking for a dip belt, but I just told him, we just do body weight, man, come on. You look disappointed.
45 would have been good.
Hey guys, I want you to answer in your comments below. Is dips is it an arm exercise or a chest exercise? Oh, my chest is done, bro. It's a chest exercise. Hey Sam, do I look good?
Yeah.
Sam, do I look good?
Yeah.
Okay, it's all about angles.
I know.
Yeah, Brian, leave both those angles in the video. Look at this tricep, Sam, come here. I feel like I'm at a zoo. Wow, look at that rhino over there. It's got the tusk. Ah, shit. Evan, you're getting toasted, bro.
One more.
You're killing me. When you're working out with pro bodybuilders in specific, they can do a lot of reps on all the exercises that you think you're doing as rep exercises more than you. Like, it's crazy. Like when I work out with Antoine, it's like, holy shit, you do a lot of reps for this weight. And you don't look at that as strength, but when you get there and you're like working with them, it's like, what the hell?
A lot of times people will ask, like, you know, what's more important, to do heavy weight or high reps? But I always feel like heavy weight for high reps.
I mean, I do this training too. I'm just saying, like, pro bodybuilders are still on that another level. And you've been retired for 5 or 6 years. You got it, dude. You're a maniac. No one tells you that either, probably, as much as you used to, because you're
by myself.
You're by yourself most of the time. I'm just telling you, man, coming from the outside, being in the trenches still, working all the different athletes in all the different fields, you're a freak.
Yeah. I always judge myself by what I used to do.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, man.
Because when I was really going at it, it was like, you put so much emphasis on that workout and beating numbers and like, you know, I mean, if I wasn't benching 4 plates for 10, like, I'm a fucking loser. You know, like, there's all just certain benchmarks. And if you're not meeting them or beating them, you're down on yourself.
Yeah, you have a different level in your mind of what your benchmarks are. The cool thing is that whatever you've been doing the last 5 or 6 years just to stay in shape, it's working. When you're doing a type of training that you're comfortable and you're happy with it and it fits with your lifestyle and it's working, you're winning. You're winning, man.
Well, you know what I think?
You're winning.
It's a difference between doing something for a period of time or something becoming a lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, and when you adopt something for so long and it just kind of becomes what you do, your threshold changes, I think.
Yeah, I think the same is for the way we eat too.
100%.
So
great point.
We're gonna go to the grocery store now, and we're gonna check out to see what he eats these days, and I'm gonna show you his meal prep breakfast.